It's another UK route. These are the best days, aren't they, in TSW, these ones? Been looking forward to this. Unfortunately, I got early access, but I wasn't allowed to show you in early access. We had to wait at the last minute, so I've been kind of enjoying this route on my own. Although I know a lot of you, just looking in the chat, a lot of you were in the DTG stream last night, which is quite good. So I know you've had a decent look at it already, and of course it's come out today. Consoles 10 o'clock. It came out. It needed a little patch, which I understand has now released to consoles. So you've got the full version, which is good. Good that they got that through. And the PC version released just over half an hour ago. So everybody's got their hands on it, hopefully. That's if you've got your credit card out, of course. $24.99 if you're in the UK. But let me tell you, this is a good one. I've obviously I wasn't able to show it in early access, but I've had a good look at it and I've had a good mess around with it. There's quite a bit to do. We'll go through it all in a minute, but I would recommend journey mode because the map goes off in all different directions, and if you do the journey mode, it picks it for you rather than if you don't know the area or you don't know the map straight away. Journey mode's quite a good place because it'll take you the various routes. So we'll get into that in a second, but first of all, thank you everybody for coming in. How is everyone? I'm gonna say hello to whoever I can see in the chat. The chat's going quite fast. So of course we've got Animal, he's at number 1. Average Irish Train Spotter, he says Tintin is a great man. Let's just see when we've driven a little bit. That music, by the way, was to chill you out before my terrible driving, so that's what that is about. But thank you for that, Average Irish. Bournes has come in, G Dave, of course, Jason, good evening. Who else we got? Stuart's in Lanzarote. Oh dear me, you must be bored if you're tuning into this, if you're in Lanzarote. I know we've got Pete, he's over in Yorkshire at the minute. We've got Great Western. He doesn't like the intro music. That's because you're of a certain age, I think, Great Western, aren't you? You're one of the young guns. We have got Scott Chego, how are you? Wesley, of course. Kevin. Who else have I missed? Monsters Can Fly. Blue Dylan. There you go. I think that's everybody that I can see in the chat. Sorry if I've missed anybody. We got quite a few in, so thank you again. Right. Let's get to it. I've got quite a few things lined up because I want to try and give it some decent coverage. I'm not going to play everything. There's quite a few layers, so I'm not going to play everything, but I've tried to... Well, first of all, I've tried to cover the whole map. And I've used a few different bits of stock that layer in. There is a link in the chat that I can see Jason is putting in. That is a link to his layers spreadsheet. So if you want to know, not just on this route, but if you want to know what stock from other routes layer into certain routes, that's the place to do it. It will tell you what you need, what you might be missing, what you might want to buy next. So there you go. Pete, how are you? Lovely looking route. AWS sound far too quiet. It is on the PS5. Can't remember on the PC. We're on the PC. We'll test it. I was playing it yesterday on the PS5 and it was quiet. So I was wondering if they'd patch that actually. I did raise it. I did raise it with them. All right. So let's have a quick look. If we go to choose a route, and you've probably been through some of this before and seen it, especially if you've been playing it today. Airport Commuter. First of all, we got five scenarios of various lengths. 5 is the standard sort of number, isn't it, these days? So there's a few of those taking you all around the map, doing different bits and pieces. In the timetable, there are 2 timetables, and with all the layers, by the way, 905 services with all the layers. We've got a Sunday timetable, and you can see on the right-hand side trains involved. There's a few less trains involved at a weekend. But if we go to the weekday timetable, you can see there's a bit more going on. So we'll have a look at that. We got the 350. That's meant to be, I think, in TransPennine Express livery, but we don't have one. I'm sure that's correct. That should be the TransPennine. That's from West Coast Mainline South, of course. So that's the layer for that one. Then we've got the Cardiff City Network. We've got the 150 and the 153 from there. And then I think we got the 158, which is an add-on for Cathcart. Or is it Edinburgh, Glasgow? Either way, it's one of those Scottish routes. Have a look at the layers spreadsheet, I can't remember. The 323 in Northern livery, that comes with the route, of course, as does the 66. I've got this 66 as well, which if I click on it, gives me all the cargo line stuff. And the railhead treatment train is in there. There are a couple of services for the railhead treatment train. If we just go, hang on, let's do that again. We've got the Pendolino, of course, which was part of the deluxe edition for West Coast Mainline South. If you haven't got that, by the way, and you're on Steam, that's something stupid like 90% off. So if you're on Steam and you haven't got that, pick that up because it fills out Piccadilly Station, something chronic, which is what we were missing on the Glossop line for Piccadilly, wasn't it? There was nothing in there and it looked naff. And if you've ever been to Piccadilly Station, you'll know just how busy it is. So that adds a lot of traffic, and you can drive that. So I have got one of the services in the Pendolino ready to go tonight. And of course, one of my favourites, we've got the 87 on a rail tour. There's 4 services for that. We're going to run one of those as well because I'm not going to leave it out. So there we go. Journey mode, if I just go back, I mentioned it at the start. There's 28 items in the journey mode. Explore Manchester. So Stockport Strong in the 323, the Styal Line Experience, and Empty Stock Shifting. We're going to do a couple out of this one because what this does on the map, as you can see, it brings us from Alderley Edge up to the airport this way, and then we're going to come out of the airport in part 2, and we're going to go this way up to Piccadilly. So we're going to do that, and then the other services we'll do will cover this side via Stockport down to Alderley Edge. So what we'll do first, though, is we'll go into the route introduction because I haven't seen this yet. So we'll just play this. It'll only be a couple of minutes, but we'll hopefully get some history of the route. So let's do that. But hope everybody is well, keeping cool. It's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. Gilly, good evening. How are you? Fredzilla, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to Manchester, a bustling city in the north of England, known for its manufacturing, architecture, culture and sports. This station, Manchester Piccadilly, has been in operation since 1842 and is the second busiest station in the UK outside of London.
I think they could have got a Manc to do the voice. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not a Manc, but I would have volunteered. I'm not far off it.
There is a missing tram model over there. Fix it while you're here.
Right, let's do that. Where is it? It's down here. I thought it was going to appear just there. These tram models are pretty good, by the way. There it is on the floor, look, in the box. Can you see? It's not in there yet, but it will be when we do this.
There are more tasks to find.
Where is it?
Be sure to restock newspapers and fix the bumblebees.
It's a bug. It's a bug. Oh, there we go. I didn't get close enough to it, but there you go. There's the Manchester T68 light rail vehicle. That's quite nice. That's an unusual little collectible. Right, enter into the carriage. Is it going to tell me which one, or does it just want me to get into any? Let's try it. Let's see if it's this one. There we go.
Take a seat anywhere you like.
Right, let's go forwards. The game sound is too quiet. It might be for this introduction. Just when we get out of this introduction, let me know. I've got it on the usual setting. Evening, Scott. How are you doing? You've just bought it as well. Excellent.
When this station was opened in 1842 by the Manchester and Birmingham Railway, it was named Store Street and had 2 platforms, one for arrivals and another for departures. Shortly after, in 1847, an agreement with the Sheffield, Ashton-under-Lyne and Manchester Railway allowed the Manchester and Birmingham Railway to use their nearby London Road premises. The station was then known as London Road. By the 1860s, the popularity of the route meant London Road Station was getting overcrowded, and the competitive and fragmented nature of the railways at the time meant the relationship between the two companies had broken down. Eventually, they agreed to build a new, much larger London Road Station designed to be partitioned down the middle. The 1921 Railways Act grouped the 120 railway companies at the time into the Big Four, but the station continued to be divided, even after the railways were nationalised in 1948.
Whoops, the next station is Manchester Piccadilly.
In 1958, the then ageing London Road Station was completely rebuilt into and renamed to Piccadilly, after the nearby Piccadilly Road and Gardens. In 1998, it would undergo further extensive renovations at a cost of £100 million in preparation for the Commonwealth Games. At the time, this was the most expensive railway improvement project that the UK had seen. This train is a BR Class 323 electric multiple unit in Northern Trains livery. They were first built in 1992 and were some of the last trains to enter service under British Rail before privatisation in the mid-1990s. Climb aboard the Hyper Networker and embark on a journey in northwest England.
Glossop Line to your left there. You'll be familiar with that, perhaps.
Scenery will come to life along both routes via Stockport and Styal.
Routes. He called it routes.
Welcome to Train Sim World, Manchester Airport Commuter.
That guy must be AI. He's never been to Manchester. You would not call it routes if you're from Manchester. So I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, we're not going to debate on that one. That was the intro. Yeah, it was a bit low. Once we get into the game sounds, then let me know again and we'll check it out. Galactic, how you doing? Mr. Paul, all good? Yeah, how are you? Carl, good evening. Yeah, I agree, Gilly. You could have done it, Gilly. You could have done that intro. Definitely. Right. So we're going to go into journey mode first, as I said, and come up from Alderley Edge. I've already done these two, but what we're doing again, we're stuck with the dynamic weather, 13th of July, but let's just go for it. Correct. Root of a plant. Yeah. Not the route of a plant. Alrighty. Let's go. So, first of all, we'll unlock the doors. We're in the 323, of course. We'll do the master key. We'll do that as well. Lights. They're already on the day. Headlights, tail lights are off. That's where you need to be for that. GSMR, same functionality as we've got in all the others. Which is basically it'll display your service name, and that's basically it. There's no typing in the signal and all that good stuff that we can do on some of the Train Sim Classic stuff that I quite enjoy. It doesn't do a lot, but just from an immersion perspective, it's quite nice. We got the AWS and we got the Vigilance over here, and that is pretty much all we need to do. We'll open the window. This is a 323. You've seen it before if you've been on the Glossop Line in this livery, and if you got the Birmingham Cross City, you've also seen it on there as well in its own livery. Pretty good starter unit. You just let it rip. Combined throttle and brake. Pretty straightforward. So let's go for it. How many in the chat have picked it up already, or are you waiting to have a look at it first? I get the impression from last night's stream and the one that Alan did a couple of weeks back, it's going to be pretty popular. This is nice. This ballast, first time we've seen that. But we'll see how we get on. We should get quite a few services covered tonight, hopefully. Give you a good look at the route. Bit different to last night's stream. We're just playing it for fun tonight. I'm not going to try and sell it to you or anything like that. you're definitely going to make your own mind up. But I quite like it. You're currently downloading it, Dave. Oh yeah, you're on PC, aren't you? Yeah, so you've just got your hands on it at 6. This is the PC version for anybody who's curious. I am using a controller though, using the Xbox controller with it. So we're branching off left. You can carry on up there, as we will do later, up to Stockport and Piccadilly that way, but we're going towards the airport. So we're going into Wilmslow. So when we stop, I'll show you the map. Yeah, the shoulders, that's what they're called, the shoulders on the ballast. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it makes a big difference, that, doesn't it, actually? Right, this is Wilmslow. It's quite posh in Wilmslow. And I need to take off that stopping marker. I can't be doing with that. I'll take that off as part of what I'm doing. It's stuck on the canopy. Right, let's get the doors open. Let me just change this. I need HUD and gameplay and stop marker. That's because we did the intro. That is so annoying. You do an intro or a tutorial and it switches that back on, no matter what you had it set to begin with. Right, so that's Wilmslow. I'm going to show you the map, aren't I, as well? So this is us. And we're going to go off to the airport, which is here. And then in part 2, we'll come out of the airport and we'll head up towards Piccadilly, which is up here. And then we'll move on to the other part of the route. Let's close the doors. Oh, actually, we've got another minute to wait. Let's open them again, shall we? Just in case anyone wants to get on. Will I do the ScotRail 158? I'm just looking at my list. I wasn't planning to do the 158. You should have the patches, Pete, I think. I think the patches are out now for everybody. D Durbo, how are you? Ryan says, feels a bit short given Blackpool and West Coast main line for the price. Don't think you can justify it. Yep, fair enough. Fair comment. 27 miles in total, it is. Off to Styal next. Yeah, turn us records so you miss it. .5 miles to Styal. As soon as you get your hands on it, you've been playing it for a little while, just come back into the comments, let me know what you think of it. There is route hopping available as well, Piccadilly Station. If you've got the Glossop line, you can jump between the two routes. I've not tried it yet, but there is that functionality. Yeah, it's alright, Pete. Yeah, the console patch released after the main console release, but the PC patch, because it only released at 6, the PC patch came out with the actual PC release, as I understand it. I mean, there's bound to be other things that, as people play it, there's bound to be other things that people find. So there will be, undoubtedly, there'll be some more tweaks coming up. But I don't think there's anything obvious at the moment. So it's absolutely playable. Ryan says, looks really well done though from what you've seen. Yeah, they've done well. They've done well. Right, this is Styal. PC patch went live when Steam released. Yeah, I think that was the advantage, the only advantage for PC players. I think waiting till 6 o'clock. Although all the PC players were probably dying to play it during the day, but. Wesley, you love this route. Excellent. Boynes might pick it up. That's something from you, that Boynes. Have you ever bought anything release day? I can't remember. Really can't remember. David Drives, good evening. How are you? Let me know about the game sound. Is the game sound okay now? This is a quiet unit, anyway. Wait till we get in the 87. David Mangum, how are you? You're definitely buying this new route later today, adding it to the collection. Excellent, excellent. Obviously, if you already own the other routes that provide the layers, then it's a really good experience. You think they've gone a bit OTT with the raised ballast? It doesn't look right. I'd rather have it in than not, though. What do you think? I think that makes a nice difference, that. Oh, you can still hear me. Right, the airport is next. Good evening, KH. How you doing? Wow, that signal changed a bit late, didn't it? The HUD was telling me it was green already, but it was showing red. There's a neutral section for anybody that's looking later on. Neutral sections are in use on the route, as I understand. So I don't know if we won't be running the 87 down here, but obviously if you're in the 87, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you would need to pay attention to the neutral sections for, because well, the Pendolino wouldn't run down here. The 350, you can just run over the top of them. You don't need to do anything special, do you? So the 350 will run to the airport. There's only the 87, I think, and the 87 wouldn't run up here unless you actually put it in. There's the aircraft coming into land as well. But yeah, I have no idea where the neutral sections are, so we're gonna have to learn that for the rail tours. Bilbert, how you doing? You're gonna treat yourself to it. Excellent, excellent. While you wait for the Preston to Colne, like Preston to Colne, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I can back you up on that one. Yeah, we're okay for this one, look, because we're only due in at 53. So, we're not too bad. Good evening, George. How are you? Is it the Welsh route that you need for the 153? Yes, it is, yeah. As Jason says, yeah, the Cardiff route. Yeah. Which will give you the Transport for Wales 150 and the 153. You can use both of those on this route. Chamber Online, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Here we are, Manchester Airport. You're probably going to get it, Dave. You're not too keen on the 323, but you've done a great job on the ballast foliage and stations. Yeah, the route is good. I don't mind the 323 so much. That livery, by the way, is Creators Club. You might have gathered. That shouldn't. Oh, stop short. I was going to say that shouldn't be there. So you won't see that in game unless you've got that. We don't need any more Preston routes. You've already got a you always think there's a northern bias, don't you, Animal? You said that the other week. That was part one. We're gonna go to. Let's go back here. We'll go to part two and we'll take it back to Piccadilly. Same 323 in Northern. We'll take it back. So let me quickly go back to journey mode. Styal Line, part 2. Here we go. You're right, there is a TPE livery for the 350 in Creators Club. I don't... It would only randomly spawn, wouldn't it? So I could still get that livery, though. I can't force it to be the TPE one all the time. Did they have a license? See, it's changed again, look. Oh, no, it hasn't. Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. It's the other one, look. So it randomly changes every time. Have they got a Transpennine license? I just wonder if that's something that could come next, you know. Not sure. Let's do these. We'll open that. We've got to wait till 9:58. So you can do guard mode on all these as well, by the way. That's the other thing to mention. I think that's pretty standard now going forward, isn't it? It's the Lime Street service. Got another one in this platform, which is going to Crewe. The 9:57. Unless that's an arrival. No, the destination is Crewe. So where's that? Not this one, unless it arrived early. Got half a minute. The 153 uses neutral sections, does it? Ah, okay. Charles, good evening. Joseph, good evening. Gilly, can I add you to the Preston, Colne or Blackburn, Todmorden suggestion? Yeah, yeah. All right, let's do the doors. Heald Green is the first stop. Going back this way. You hope they had the 185. Yeah, the 185 is quite nice, isn't it? Is Piccadilly exactly the same as Glossop? No, it's not. It's been improved. So we'll have a quick look when we get to Piccadilly. We'll have a quick look, but you can go out now onto the concourse and walk around There's a bit more detail, and I think the question was asked, will the Piccadilly from this route be transferred across to Glossop? I don't think so. I think that was the answer that they gave. Yeah, I have got the West Coast Main Line South mod. Is that where that livery's coming from? I have got that. And that does contain a few liveries, yeah. That's probably where that's come from. Aidan, good evening, how are you? You live in Manchester? Yep, excellent. So you'll enjoy this one. Right. Let's get going. Thanks everyone for coming in though, appreciate it. I know I'm quite late streaming this compared to a lot of others, but you know, working full time and all that. So it's nice to see so many of you come in, I do appreciate it. As I said, I was planning to show you this last night before it released, but they changed the embargo to be release time 10 o'clock today. So, oh wow, V's there with the 10 gift memberships. Wow. Do you know, you do pop up with this, V. Much appreciated. Chris has got a gift membership. Let's see what else we've got. It'll start popping up now. We've got N8 Scooby. We've got Bapik, Plums, Seb, Cameron, Ramal, Martin, Alex, Stu. Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very much. What a legend. What a legend V is. Absolute legend. Welcome everybody to the to the membership club. Honestly, there's no need to V, but thank you very much. That's brilliant. I keep telling you, you need to gift yourself one of these, V. You give them to everybody else, but you don't have one. I always feel bad. Right, this is Healed Green. I love it when that jingle goes off though. There it goes. What a legend. So, whilst we're unlocking the doors, let me show you the map. So we came down from down here at Alderley Edge, and we've gone up to the airport, and now we're coming along here up to Piccadilly. Tintin can afford a pint this weekend now. Yes, yeah. They're still coming, look. They're still coming. Yeah, big GG's there for V. I think that's at least 30 memberships, V, that you've gifted over the years. I know you've been around on the channel a long time, so much appreciated. You're probably one of the first, I think. Mitchie's the same IP address as Tintin. Definitely not. No, he's a legend, I'm not. Burner account. There's lots of people now with the badges. Yeah, I'm doing good, V. Yeah, I hope you are too, buddy. Yeah. Right, we're off to Gatley. Just crashed YouTube. Is that with all the memberships going off? It's crashed YouTube. No, I didn't expect that, so that's very nice. Very nice. Very nice surprise. Right, we can get up to 75 on this stretch. Unfortunately, we have to stop at Gatley in a mile's time. Richie, good evening, how are you? There's Richie lurking from the depths of Yorkshire. Lee, good evening. You're getting this for your birthday next month. Excellent. Excellent. You got a black screen because of the memberships. Oh, dear me. We're blowing up YouTube. More chance of getting the class 50 before the 180. Someone's mentioned 50 again. Look at Carl. You'll set Animal off now. You mustn't mention class 50 or Deltic on these streams. It gets people all shaky and nervous when you mention those two. Here's Gatley. It's nice to arrive on time. I mean, albeit we've only been driving for a couple of minutes since we left the airport, but still. '50's a hellfire. There you go. Look. You're always watching. Oh, you're a lurker, Richie, are you? Are you a lurker? What's this coming down now? Is one of the Transport for Wales, the 150. Look at that clag. Look at that. There he goes. 153 on the back. That's one nice thing about layers, isn't it? Where they just randomly appear. Same in TS Classic. That's one of the things I like about TS Classic. You buy a load of stuff from, you know, AP or something like that, somebody like that, and then you forget about some of them that you've got, and then they randomly appear in scenarios. I always like that. One day TSW will be the same. You know, once there's more content out there, that'll happen more and more. Right, East Didsbury. Nobody talks about Deltics, says Gilly. We will be back to the Deltic in TS Classic quite soon, because a lot of you are demanding it. I have got a few scenarios for it. So we'll definitely go and do that. Got a couple of long ones actually on the East Coast main line, so we might do that. But you've not had the patch on PS5 yet. Ah, okay. I saw something earlier to say that had been issued out. I don't know if Jason's still there. I don't know if Jason can check for us. I haven't been on the PS5 today, so I don't actually know. As I always say as well, don't forget, you know, as well as the driving, get out on foot a little bit as well and have a look at the stations, because the stations are also well done. You know, do get out on foot occasionally and have a quick look round. I know not everybody does, because, you know, some people like going for the collectibles, others don't, which is fair enough, but definitely go and have a look. because they've done a great job on the actual route itself, but they've also done a good job on the buildings and the stations in general. Right, Burnage is next.
This is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard.
It's gone out already, the patch. I thought it had. And Richie, you had an update on the PS5 earlier. You might already have it then, Pete. You might just not have noticed. I don't know if anybody knows what version on PS5 they're currently on, and maybe Pete can check it. I don't know if any of you sat there with the PS5 on. Because then he'll know categorically whether he's got it or not. KH wants the Deltics and the Hoovers. I know which of you want the Deltics and the Hoovers. You don't need to tell me that. You've been talking about them for years, literally. V says, since the last patch, the game runs at its worst. In your opinion, they reduced the render distance resolution. You're on the Xbox. I think Animal shares that view as well. V, he's on the Xbox. I'm not really sure why the Xbox seems to get a bit of a rough deal, but I think most people that complain seem to be on the Xbox. Well, there is still on PS5. There's definitely a textures issue, which is a bit annoying. But it doesn't stop you playing it. You know, it's not ideal, but it doesn't stop you playing it. But I know Xbox tends to have a few more issues, unfortunately. Seb, how you doing? Good evening. Aiden still have a few crashes on PS5, but it gets very laggy around long sight. I'll have to check that out on the PS5. Oh, get Richie there. I'm not getting into that, Richie. I definitely don't do console wars. They're all great. They're all excellent. That's my stance. Even though I've only got a PS5, I don't have an Xbox. That's because I've always had a PlayStation, right, since the PS1. I've always had a PlayStation. Mr. Paul, thank you for that. Version 01.047.000 is the version. That's PS5, is it, Mr. Paul? Excellent. Lee, you've been playing Fernbus a lot, so you haven't played TS5 for a while. Good. Fernbus is pretty good. Yeah. Seb, am I playing on PS5? This is the PC. But I do have it on the PS5, but I'm not streaming it from there right now. Thanks, Aidan, as well, for confirming the version. Thank you for that. Oh, Frankfurt Fulda was blurring on the Xbox last night. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. This is Moldeth Road, by the way. Oh, where's she going? Don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you. She must have glue on her. Oh, she's gone. She was a ghost. I was just about to say she must have glue on her shoes, the way she was like overhanging the platform then, but still staying on there. That wasn't very nice. G. Dave there took a big gasp and he saw that, I'm sure. Your Xbox Series X won't fire up because your cat decided to give it a wash. You're not having much luck, KH, are you? Your PS5 won't load up. Your Xbox has got cat pee all over it. Gilly, you use PS for gaming all the way, but PC as work. I think it's largely why when I'm on PC, it's why I'm using the controller, because I'm a console gamer, as you know, first and foremost. So if I'm playing this or anything else, flight sim or anything, I always use the controller. The only thing I don't use the controller for is TS Classic. I think that's more suited to the keys, strangely. I know you can use your controller, but I've never been able to do it with a controller. For Euro Truck and American Truck, I've started using the wheel as well now. I was using the controller for that as well, but... Right, Manchester Piccadilly is next. Platform 14, which I know well because it's the platform that goes all the way to Preston. The platform doesn't, but the services that stop there do. Ken K, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. Right, we need to be down for the 45. 2.4 to Mank. You can't use a controller, Dave. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I'm the opposite way. We used to play football there, that's Hardwick. Used to play football there on a Friday night when I was based at Rail House at Piccadilly. Platform 14 goes to Warrington, forget Preston. Yeah, it goes to quite a few places. As I said, we're off to Lime Street. This service is off to Lime Street, we're not. That's going into platform 14. Yeah, Piccadilly's quite confusing, isn't it? 13 is coming in from the Preston direction, so you'll get Blackpool from Blackpool North. You'll get from Lime Street coming in on 13, 14 to go back the other way. A bit of bounce going on in the 323. But there's not much going on over here in this depot, is there? Do a bit more traffic over there. Wesley drove the TFW 153. I haven't tried the 153 yet, actually. I've not got it on my list either. I mean, we basically could play all night and not cover everything. There's the Pendolino, look, going the other way. We'll drive one of those later. Because I can't not drive the Pendolino whenever there's an opportunity. Especially with a set of new services as well. Is that Man United football ground? Man United's right over there. It's right over there. Just past Exchange Quay. Salford Quays is over there. Man City is round here. Man City's over here somewhere. They've done Piccadilly good though. It does look different to the Glossop one. I've not played Glossop actually for a few months. I'm gonna go back. I can tell it's different though. We'll have to do some route hopping at some stage. I won't do it tonight, but we will do. Oh my god! I've got the Virgin Pendos in. You won't get that either unless you've got that livery installed. But there you go. There's a randomisation for you. There's the Virgin Pendor, looking lovely, by the way. There it is. We've got that because we ran that down from Carlisle, didn't we? In one of our earlier streams. That scenario is available on Creators Club. There's a little plug for you. That actually is one of the most popular liveries on Creators Club, that Virgin one. I will just say. That's the thing about Creators Club. You just don't know what you're going to get. You download a load of stuff and then it just appears. This one is going... well, we went there and TSC, look, we're going through Leah Green on that service down to Lime Street. We did that in TS Classic, didn't we? So, yeah, that is the Styal Line. So we'll do something else. And I've got... let's have a look what we can do next. I've written all these down. I was going to do the 350 from the airport to Piccadilly, but we've just gone from the airport to Piccadilly. So I have got the class 87 down next. So we're going to do the 87 because I know we've got Peter Edmonds in there and he likes a proper loco. He doesn't like all this unit stuff. So we're going to do that. If I go back to the weekday timetable, don't forget you'll need the West Coast Main Line Preston to Carlisle, of course, to get this layer as well. But if you've already got that, this will appear. I'm not particular about which one that I pick, so we'll go for the IC2 red buffers, I think. And I think what we'll do is the 944. So if you have a look at the map there, this is going from Piccadilly all the way down to Alderley Edge. I think it's actually it's a Euston service, this one. So it would normally go on to Euston. You can see there as well in the timetable that for this particular service, if you wanted to, you could also play as guard on this service. The others you can't, it looks like, but for this one you can. So, all right, let's do it. Chance of an oxenome now, he says. Could be. I missed Leah Green the first time we ran it, but last week I didn't. HD Gaming, how are you? Good evening. Right, there we go. We need to unlock the doors. There's the proper 390 now. The Virgin one has disappeared. In fact, I think the Virgin one was in this platform. Shall we get everything set up? We need to go and do the usual. And go crouching down the back to get to the DST. Where is the DST? Can I not... Oh, it's down here. Was I already at the right end? I was already at the right end, wasn't I? Hang on a minute. Let me get my bearings. It is here somewhere. It's right behind me, look. So we'll do the DSD. Stand back up again. We'll do the AWS and the switch cab ends. Do that. Master key on. Put it into forwards. Up she fires. What a lovely sound that is. I always say it, but it is. Right, then we need the lights. So mark a light left. This is the only thing on a controller. It's fiddly. If you're on the mouse, you just do it straight away. That'll do us. What else have we got here? Cab heat, dimmer switch. We got the instrument light on bright. Warm air switch. Tail lights off. Headlight on. That's all we need. Right, let's have a quick look outside. Of course, it puts us to the rear for some reason. We've got Sir Francis Drake on the back, 87016. After this, by the way, we'll have a look around Piccadilly once I've done this one. Just a quick note, look at the lighting in the station. That's really nice, that. With the sun coming through the canopy. Love that. Right, let's go up to the front. Where's the Freightliner 66 from? That's from the mod. The West Coast Main Line South mod. Black Douglas on the front, 87030. We're nearly ready to go. Are you going to just bail at Alderley Edge? Yeah, we have to. Yeah. Did an Oxford home in the cabin? Okay, Wesley, thanks for coming in. Cheers. See you next time. Let's shut the doors. Let's do that. Let's also take off the brakes. We've got a green and a red at the end of the platform, so we'll edge forward. We're probably waiting for some traffic to come in. So we'll just put a couple of notches in for now. There we go. Yeah, I did get lost in that corridor. It threw me because the DSD is usually at the back from where we start the driving position. So it puts you at the back because of the direction the loco is facing. I got you. Right, let's just pull up to the end of the platform. There's no brake coach on this train. Yeah. Green then red shouldn't have, but I was thinking that, yeah, it seems a bit daft. There is something coming in front of us, look, the 323. We're probably crossing over to the left, I would say. And that's probably what we're waiting for. Yeah, good mishmash going on. Can't get enough of this 87. When this 86 comes out, say it every single time, and one of these times I'll be able to show it you. I haven't played it yet, by the way. We haven't got it yet. I don't know when it's coming out. There's the green. But just to say, you know, I hope it's soon that we get it. Straight through to Alderley Edge, 12 miles. You just bought it, T-Durbo. Excellent. Good evening, Rob. Yeah, of course. You seem to come in every time there's an 87. Quite by chance, honestly. This time, definitely just by chance. This, good evening again. How are you? Aidan says this loco is absolutely beautiful. This and the 47, everything you love in a train. Yeah, this one's particularly nice. There's just the sound of it and everything. Look at that for a scene. That's great, that. Right, we'll soon be able to get up to speed. We'll just run it up a little bit. Yes, there's the Glossop line off to the left. If you've been playing Glossop before this. It's been 35 over there, has it, in the Netherlands? Wow. It's not been, I don't know about the rest of you, but it hasn't been as hot today in Preston as it was yesterday. It's been overcast all day. We've had a little bit of rain. It's raining now, actually. It's drizzling now, so but it's muggy. It's very muggy. But nothing like what it was yesterday. It was pretty hot yesterday. Gilly's had nothing but rain up in Carlisle, look. Deb, you love the 87. Yeah, there's not many that don't. I'm glad that all you guys that were worried about driving the 87 and doing the notches, etc., as soon as you got your hands on it and got a chance to play it, you probably don't think anything of it now, do you? Apart from the neutral sections, which actually I've just reminded myself I need to look out for. I don't know where they are, but yeah, it's become a lot of people's favourite loco, I think. Which is really nice. Right, needs to be down to 45, so I haven't been paying attention. This will be fun. Ooh. Listen to the brakes working there. Take the brake off. Yeah, overspeed, yeah. It's got to be at least an overspeed. You see you're all shouting in the chat now, I wasn't looking. Yeah, neutral sections, here we come. If you see one, shout. Although with the time delay, I'll probably have gone over it by the time I see what you've put. Right, let's run it up a little bit. It's the first time I've run this service as well, so I don't know where the neutral sections are. I'm not familiar with the speeds. So all the usual disclaimers. Your cold drink went when you went over the curve. Yeah, that wasn't the best, was it? Yeah, Gatso cameras. Alright, we've got yellows coming up. Let's run it down. Don't want to do anything crazy. Oh, look at that ballast. Oh, did you see that? Look at that ballast there under that, under that bridge. There you go, Jason. Make a note of that if you saw that. I don't know where that was, actually. What station was that? Heaton Chapel. Big piles of ballast at Heaton Chapel. Yeah, that wasn't good. There's a bit of a scenery issue there. I told you I'd not run this one before, so I would have seen that already. And we'll be coming down here in the Pendolino soon as well, so we'll be able to see if that is just something to do with this service or whether that's a permanent thing. I don't know. Yeah, I need to work on my speeds. Need to do a bit of route learning. This is Stockport, by the way. Someone was asking last night, is the Stockport pyramid in the route, and it is. It's over on our right hand side there. If you go out from the station, have a quick look. They have put that in. He said the ballast was too high. I'm going to agree with you there, mate, on that one. That was a dangerously high pile of the ballast. They want to get the tamper on that or something. They want to flatten that out. Oh, it was on last night's preview. I must have looked away when that came up. I didn't see that. It happened once for you, Aidan, and it was right at your next run. Right, we'll check that out. I'm on the PC, Rob. I'm on the PC, but I'm using the controller. Right, we can bring the speed up a little bit. The first Pendo in space can be achieved there, yeah. That's a bit frightening. Welcome back, Ramal. You did get you notice you've got a membership as well, courtesy of the legend V for Vitty. He gifted some memberships, and you can see the badge next to your name. You've got one of those if you've just come back in now. That's what that is. Yeah, send the YTS boy out with the shovel. Oh, that's cheeky. Look at this. How dare he do that? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Bye-bye. Has he got a red signal? He's got a red signal, look. That serves you right. You stay where you are. You let me out first. This is the star attraction, not him. He can wait. Floor it, he says. Oh dear. We can actually floor it once we get to this this 100. Yeah, we went over the big viaduct, the Stockport viaduct, you mean? We went over that just before we got to the station. Peter says, looks fantastic. Be Pendo and 87 only though. Stick to the back teeth of community units and 66s. Oh, neutral section. See that? Let's run it down. Let's run it down. I nearly missed that because I was looking at the chat. Right, controller's off. Let's see if it actually does it. Once we get to it, I've probably powered down too early, but it's alright, we can coast it. Let's just see if the power really does go off. We're going the opposite way, Ramal. We've come out of Piccadilly. We're going down to Alderley Edge in this one. God, I really did power down too quick. I forgot. As per GE Dave, we've got a mile between the blackboard and the whiteboard. Here it comes now. Let's listen. It did. It powered off. Nice. So there's one neutral section. There you are, Stace. You're asking what a neutral section is. That's what a neutral section is. So that works. That's nice. That's nice. .3 to go. What we'll do after this, we'll jump into the Pendolino, we'll go Wilmslow, back up to Manchester Piccadilly. Then when we get to Piccadilly, we'll have a quick look round the station at Piccadilly. Have a quick wander while we're up there. Just ignored an AWS on MML whilst driving a 158. Have you ever done that? You ever played the game yourself whilst you've got somebody else's stream on in the background? It's really confusing every time an AWS goes off or something like that. You think it's your own, you end up pressing the button. Or vice versa, and then you end up getting the emergency brakes because you haven't done it in time. Right, we got 1.7, so I'm going to put some brake in. We've got a couple of yellows coming up. Yeah, many times. Yeah, I thought you might. It happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. Viewers play along stream. Yeah. You're going to use your usual approach to the neutral sections. That'll be ignore them completely. Just coast over the top. Oh dear. I like it. Right, we got half a mile. Just a quick nod to the trackside foliage, etc., you know, it's a really good job. You can see it there for yourself. Nice mix of colour there. It's not all just one shade of green. There's all sorts going on. You got flowers and all sorts. Quite nice. I think the service was July, wasn't it, when I picked it? With the dynamic weather on, so looks quite good. You still attack Shat without power. Beautiful foliage, she says. She's winding me up now, look. Let's not Oxenholme at Alderley Edge. Let's try and have a nice controlled stop before the red. Look at it, I've driven this 87 before, you know. Now that's a really short service actually, 23 minutes, just under 14 miles, but I love the fact that that's in. It's a small thing, but, you know, it's just pretty good, pretty good. All right, so what we're going to do next, we're going to do the Pendo next. Wilmslow, Piccadilly. Ferdinandi's work too in the Shepherd's Bush. Yeah, I remember that. Right, Pendo. Shall we go with the Flash Zero? And this is the 10:25 service. Let's go. You've downloaded it, Ramal, but you don't know if you need any more DLCs. You get the 323 and the 66 with it. Then if you want this, you need West Coast Mainline South. That'll give you the 350. And then obviously this Pendo was an additional DLC on that as well. Then you'll need the Cardiff route for the 150 and the 153. I can't remember if there's any. How am I going to reverse? I can't remember if there's anything else. Jason will shout it out if I miss one. Day running. Let's do that. Cancel that. And that. Let's get the AWS on up here. Then down here, we want to go for DSD. And right at the end, Vigilance. And then we got one more, which is the AWS itself. There it is. Cancel that. All ready to go. We can already lock the doors. Now, we should be able to punch it with this one. Stopping at Stockport first. Good evening, Simon. How you doing? You forgot this was out today. Your most local route. Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. Good. And you can't beat a bit of Pendo, honestly. Now I want to see if that ballast is still under the bridge there. Yeah, railway treatment train, correct. That was a DLC on its own, wasn't it? The 87's part of West Coast Main Line, Preston Carlisle. Got Rail 158, correct. East Midlands Trains 158. Hang on, you live in you don't live in Stockport, do you? Have you moved? I'm almost nervous now about that ballast. It does that on CS Classic in a couple of places, doesn't it? Is it the East Coast Main Line? There's a route where it keeps doing it. Can't remember. You just kind of ignore it. Can't remember which route it is. Anyway, we are off to Stockport. Yeah, don't stop at Stockport. This might ambush us, that is correct. I'm already speeding, look. Let's just make sure we behave. Animal, you're asking about the viaduct. So once we depart Stockport, we go straight over the viaduct, so you'll be able to see it. I'll try and show you the pyramid, actually, going back this way. I think you can see it from Stockport Station if you zoom in. Don't need to bother with the neutral sections with the Pendolino, by the way. This is one animal where you can run over them in the Pendo and you'll be alright. You want the 158 for the Cornwall local. You can stick it down there yourself, obviously, with the Creators Club and whatnot. And there's various liveries for it as well that you can get on Creators Club. Pendos and 225s, the last great high-speed trains we had, the Hitachi IETs of pants. That'd be nice if we had a 225, wouldn't it? You don't live in Coventry anymore, if that's what you mean, but definitely not Stockport. You said you were living in Stockport. I'm completely confused now. Here is the said Stockport, anyway. Pyramid, are we in Egypt? Yeah, there is a pyramid. It's a glass pyramid. I'll show you what I mean if you're not familiar with it, but they had to put it in really because if you're from round here, you'll know straight away there's a pyramid. The pyramid and the viaduct, they would have expected, everyone would have expected them to be in. And they are, so. Yeah, put the wipers on to clear the ballast pile, yeah. Brian, good evening. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're well, buddy. Rob with the Austin Powers. Oh, behave. Yeah, I need to have that as a little jingle that I can keep playing for some of you lot. There we go. This is Stockport, so we'll get the doors open. And we'll have a quick look for the pyramid, which, there it is. There it is. Just look, peep through there. You see? There's the pyramid. It's not Egypt, and it's not Las Vegas. It is Stockport, and there's the pyramid. So now you know. It definitely has a pyramid in Stockport. Wow, we've got a little bit to wait as well, haven't we? Let's go to neutral, and we'll have a quick shufty, shall we? Let's have a quick look at what's what at Stockport. I don't know why they're standing there. There's obviously a passenger problem. Oh, look at this guy. It's the X-Files again. Anyway, let's have a quick look. We've got a couple of minutes. We'll see if we can find any collectibles whilst we're here. This is the first time I've been on foot at Stockport, so there will be some around. I don't think I know exactly what they all are, but we'll have a look. There must be something. Usually lurking in the corners, aren't they? A quick what, she says. A quick shufty. Maybe that's a northern thing, I don't know. A shufty. This is what I mean though, get out on foot and have a look round, because they've done some good work on these stations, to be fair. We've even got a picture of Pete here at his last gig. Look. There he is. With his Marshall speakers there. Right, we best get back, because I can't find any collectibles though. Maybe we've got the one station that doesn't have any. We've got a train to Norwich as well, for all you that like the Great Eastern. 10:54. You can platform 0. You can go to Norwich. Right, we'll jump back in. Do I want to give up control? No, I don't. Go away. Near the planes. I don't see him, but I can hear him. Right, let's get back in. Close that. And that. Right, good. Ready to go. We've all had a quick shufty at Stockport. Yeah, definitely. Piccadilly sounds like a food thing. Right, off we go. Piccadilly's next. 5.6. A B, the tram, and newspapers. What does what mean? Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Unless they're talking about shufty. Here's the viaduct animal, by the way. There is the pyramid. Here's the viaduct. Bit fast across the viaduct. Typical. Slow down, it goes to 90. Alright, off we go. Shufty, there you are. You've learnt a new word now. Who's been swearing anyway? I can see you talking about swearing. Has someone got banned from Streamlabs? You're unhappy about the route now? Why? What's happened? Oh, ballast ahead, yeah. No decathlon to get a tent for sleeping in Manchester Piccadilly when the train gets cancelled. Oh, you did get banned. I'm not going to ask what you said. Oh, there it is. Look, there's the ballast. Oh, watch out. Oh, and there. Yeah, so it's definitely a thing, Rob. This is the PC version. It's definitely a thing. Now, I played this at the weekend, a previous version, and that ballast wasn't there. So that's been introduced in a later build, I think. You're all going to go looking for it now. Oh, the ballast has been fixed and it's awaiting a release. Thank you very much. There you go. There you go. I thought all you guys on console now were going to go and check, see if you've got the ballast. Then go and demand your money back if you didn't get the extra ballast. Why does PC get more ballast than we do? It's not fair. PC always comes first. Because I know what you like. The ballast is more than a thing. Yeah, it is, yeah. Terry, good evening, how are you? It looks a great route. Live near Milton Keynes, so you see the Pendos and 350s all the time, never get bored. Yes, excellent. So, you live near Milton Keynes then, so West Coast Main Line South then is one of your locals. Plenty of Pendos and 350s on there then. I've got 65 coming up. So we're going to jump out at Piccadilly and just have a quick wander. Graham, good evening. Graham says it's a feature. Yeah, should have got a ballast selfies. That's about to disappear. We should have recorded that. Well, it'll be on the stream, won't it? Forevermore. It'll be on the recording. But it is actually there though. Because we wondered whether it would be there on the way back. It is actually there. It's a thing. A little bit of stutter there. Wow, it is stuttering. Ballast mountains. There's the East Midlands 158 going the other way. The Virgin Pendo is back. He's back again, look. He's working hard today. He wasn't there when we left. He's been down to London and back. I don't care, it's nice to see. Piccadilly's always ran full of chaps. Oh dear. So what do you reckon, the Avanti one or the Virgin one? I like the Virgin one, I must admit. The Avanti has got something about it, but I think I prefer the Virgin trains, I must admit. Oh, that was the Norwich service, was it? That 158 going the other way. Imagine going all the way to Norwich on one of them. Oh, that could be almost painful. That's a long way, that. That sunlight again, though. Look at that. I think they've captured that quite well. Right, I'll unlock the doors, and then I'm going to jump out in free roam after this. There you go. There's both pen doors. Gotchego says Virgin livery. Graham says Avanti. I'm not telling you what Stace says. Lime Street to Norwich. Oh, wow, yeah, that is a long way, isn't it? We'll shut the right doors. And then we'll go for a wander. A shufty. So, let's do that. Return to free roam. Right, off we go. We'll just leave the train for the next guy. Yeah, alright. He's beeping at me. We probably should have shut it down properly first, but we'll lock the door. Actually, is it going to do that the whole way? I'm going to be able to hear that wherever I go, so I'm going to go and put it in neutral, whatever. Otherwise, it's going to cause us trouble. We'll put it in off. We'll just do that. Right, that'll do. That'll stop it screeching. Out of my way. Right, so on the Glossop line, I don't know if you remember, but this, where we've got all glass and we've got these barriers, this was basically like, it was all boarded up. There was none of this. It was really, it was boarded up with like a, you know, pretend little sort of way out, but there was nothing behind it. It was just, it wasn't very good at all. So this has opened it all the way up, which is really nice. Just the lighting again, keep mentioning it, but just the general lighting as well is so much better than Glossop. Well, if you want to go to Hadfield, you're all right. Look, there's plenty of trains to Hadfield and Glossop. So yeah, that's where we depart for Glossop on the other route. We go through. It's the concourse. It's changed quite a lot over the years, but I used to work through here, so I used to come in on the train, and Rail House was there, and in fact there was a little walkway through there, and you could go into the building. But looks a bit different. Looks a bit different now. Wow, did you see that guy? Where did he pop up from? But yeah, you can go, you know, down the concourse here. You can't in the game. You head on down there towards Piccadilly Gardens and Manchester Centre. That's route hopping, I think. You can come upstairs. You can go to Starstruck. And then down this end. If you can find our way back down. There's meant to be some stairs there. Oh, there they are. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. How do we get down to the... how do we get down to the Metrolink? Can't remember. Oh, it's down here. We've got Saintbury's. Slight licensing issue there, I think. Yeah, but the Metro's down here. So, Piccadilly tram station. It would have been nice to have a tram, even if it wasn't moving. Would have been nice just to have something static there. But again, I guess there's some licensing thing to consider there as well. Advert for Starstrucks. Yeah, so there you go. There's Piccadilly. Tram stop. So they've opened it right up now, so it's pretty good. We'll just go quickly over to 13 and 14 as well. So normally when you come through here, all the revenue protection people are here checking your tickets, and there's massive queues going right back there because they don't trust you. Then you can walk along this side, and if we go up and over, I can show you 13 and 14 where you would go to Lime Street or Blackpool, Preston. And I hope one day we do get Manchester to Blackpool, for example, or something that connects us up. Because that'd be quite nice. So 13 and 14 are down here. The old BT, that's the old BT building there. Let's have a look where we're going. We've got Llandudno Junction. We've got Hadfield up there. I don't know if Hadfield trains... it's showing platform 1, so that's probably right. Departures. Nothing there for Blackpool. Let's have a look down here what this one is. Yeah, Llandudno. Warrington Bank Quay. There you go, especially for Bournes. But yeah, that's the station. There's a lot of work gone into that. That's the outside of the main part of Piccadilly Station as well. So they've done a really good job on it. So there you go. So that's that. Right, we're going to jump back in and let's find something else to do, shall we? So I go back to the main menu. Yeah, the shop names are a bit funny. Was it modelled during COVID? I get it. There needs to be a few more passengers, really. That'll be a core thing, though, won't it, as well? Oxford Road to Liverpool in the 150s, yeah. There's all sorts you could do from here. DTG messing with the finished route. Possibly, yeah. Yeah. No sign slagging off Manchester University. Unlike the Essex one that we saw at weekend, you mean? Yeah, that was unusual, that wasn't it? Right, so timetable, weekday timetable. We've got a few things we could do, but I think let's do. Shall we do the 350? Because many of you have got the 350, haven't you? We could go to the airport from Piccadilly, so go back the other way. Let's do that, shall we? We'll drive that. Yes, it was Colchester, wasn't it? It was Colchester where we saw those signs. Welsh Transport, how you doing? Do the 150. So we'll do this one. We'll do the 350, and then we'll jump in the 150. We'll jump in the Transport for Wales 150 then. Mel, good evening. How are you? Long time no see. Hope you're doing all right. Okay. Now I think it starts dead. This. Oh no, it doesn't. It does at the airport. Oh yeah, it does. You got to do the power. Hang on. So we need to do the AC first of all. Switch the AC on, and then we need to come down here and we need to do the panto up. There we go. That's ready to go now. Right, lights. Let's do the lights. Put them into day. Instrument and desk light. Then we've got safety systems, which are over here. Vigilance first. DSD. That's all we need. Open the window. Right, cool. We're ready to go. I think that the view screen it's all set up now, isn't it? So we used to have to acknowledge the config, didn't we? But that's changed now. We don't have to do that anymore. So we're all good to go. Wait until 8:29. Once again, that's one of the liveries that comes with the mod that I've got. So just pretend it's not that livery. Yeah, I'm good, Mel. Thanks very much. Yeah. Yeah, that was strange at Colchester. For anyone who didn't see it, we were playing the Great Eastern Main Line on Saturday, and when we got to Colchester, there's some signs like, you know, a light here for the university. Which university was it? Was it University of Essex? But the signage at Colchester Station was a bit let's just say non-complimentary. So there was a bit of an in-joke by the devs there, I think, with that. They weren't speaking very nicely about the university there. So. It's an animal at the usual tricks. The usual trains to see at Manchester. Is it the same? Let's have a look. The Virgin Trains one has gone. We've got a 150 down there. But it's quite quiet passenger-wise, isn't it? We've got the police going on. I've told this story before, right? But one night I was waiting for my train after a works night out. And I was stood here waiting for the train. This was a pub. Do you remember, some of you won't remember, some of you will. Do you remember the TV series Cracker with Robbie Coltrane? I was watching them film an episode of this where the police all turned up and stormed into this building and Robbie Coltrane was coming out, like, arresting somebody, and they filmed it in this pub. That was quite interesting. I thought it was a real raid until I saw cameras just down here. There you go. There's a little story for you. Right, we're nearly ready to go. Let's do the doors. And we're off to the airport. Let's hope we've done the power right. And we start moving. There we go. Yeah, we're not as old as you. That is true. That's true. This is out today, Welsh Transport. You can get it right now. Can you do a claggy double-headed 40 with 1,000-ton freight through Wilmslow? The Cheshire lentil and yoghurt veggies. I'll have some of what you're on, Pete, I think. But yeah, it is out now. You can pick it up right now if you want to get the route. It's a good one. Well, we've got 45 speed up. We can do that soon. Once the back end clears. Yeah, we need that Transpennine Express livery, I think. Right, there we go. There's our old friend, look, waiting to come in. City of Birmingham. There you go. We've probably got one on the back as well. Let's have a look who we've got on the back. Oh, nice. AI horns. City of London. I like the fact, I was saying it last time when we played at Carlisle, I like the fact that the AI horns are in now as well. It's quite a nice touch. Straight to the airport on this one. So after this, we'll do the 150. Then what I'll do is I'll spawn in on foot, and why don't we just thrash a class 40 down the length of the line just for the fun of it to finish. Being as we've had some requests for some big diesel power, why not? Quite quiet this one, isn't it? Russia what? A 40. That's all. Right, we've got a 45 coming up. TGV, yeah. I mean, you can do that, obviously. I think that would be beyond the stretch of the imagination, though. I just want to go past and see if the ballast is still there, or whether it was just like a timing thing. Class 40, Carl votes for a class 40. Thank you once again for coming in, everybody. And if you've left me a like, that is much appreciated as well. Because all I'm trying to do on these is try to get 1,000 views on these videos, that's all. Some get more, some get less. But those likes definitely do help with that. Good evening, Carter. How are you doing? Yes, yeah, it is a new route. It comes out. It came out this morning for console 6 o'clock this evening. If you're on PC. Should that not scroll that destination forward? We're going to Chester Airport at the moment, which looks a bit odd. Victor, good evening. It's a really good route. Says, have you bought it, Victor? You've already got it. $38 likes. Yeah, if you are in, you want to click that button for me. Thank you very much. That will definitely help. $4.5 to the airport. You liked it 4 days ago. You came to get the points. You're still in number 2. And you've been off doing Taekwondo and you're still in number 2. So you've done alright. And that's despite everybody chatting as well. They've just not got as much to say as you have. There's a surprise. They wouldn't get a word in edgeways anyway. Oh, the PIS was also in the update. Okay. Yeah, it's not doing it for me. So, quick look at the map. You can see where we are from Piccadilly up here. We're coming down this side. This is the airport. There's a conflicting number of likes going on. I can't see what the likes are because I've only got the Streamlabs up and it doesn't tell me. So I'd be interested to know though, anyone coming to the stream tonight thinking, don't know whether I'll get it or not. I'm always interested to know, has it changed your opinion after you've had a proper look at it, or has it gone the other way? Are you actually thinking, no, I don't think I'll bother till there's a sale? Just interested to know, really. Because we just play it for playing sake. We have a good look at it. If we don't like it, we'll say we don't like it. If we do, we'll praise it. You can tell I quite like it. I've always got high anticipation for when one of the UK routes comes out, especially. So this one seems to have been like taking a while. Since we first heard about it, this one's taken a while to come out, so I'm glad it's arrived. But once I get my 86, then I'll be quite happy as well. Right, we need to slow down for the 40 as we approach the airport. $74 for you, Gilly. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, everybody. Thank you very much. Thanks for helping me out. Welsh, you've just downloaded it. You're so excited. You know when the pace will come out for Transport for Wales. They haven't given us any news on that yet, have they? Beyond some screenshots. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. There should be we're into July now. There should be a roadmap coming up anytime. Possibly even next week. It's too late for this week, but possibly next week there'll be a roadmap. So keep your ears open for that. It could be on next week's roadmap, or the week after, whenever they decide to do it. So Graham, it sounds like you'll end up getting it. Scotch Ego, same for you. What's my worst route? Oakville. Easy. That's an easy question. Dead easy. 86 overshot. Yawn. He says. There's no way. You're going to be first in that queue, Dave. God help you if you've got to wait till 6 o'clock for it as well. Right, we've got a red coming up, so let's make sure we're behaving for this red. Possibly something in our platform. Ramal, you've got it. It's better than the Glossop one. There's a bit more to do than the Glossop one, although the Glossop one is quite good still. What about West Cornwall? I don't mind West Cornwall. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually don't mind it. Nobody wants to see an 86 overshot. I'll be playing it on my own then. Oh, the roadmap is confirmed for the 8th of July. Excellent. Yeah, so not long to wait then. Wings and things, how are you? A definite strong showing from ATS. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think they've done well. Yeah, I think they've done well. Especially, you know, given it's the first attempt, like you say. First time you've ever heard Tintin answer a question, so I don't even know what the question was. I must have just been looking at the chat at the time. It's only because we got a red light and I've firmly got the brakes on. Oh yeah, 7 minutes till arrival time. That could have something to do with it. Brutsoft, how are you? Good evening. Graham, your favourite route is Watford to Euston. Excellent. I don't know, Seb, if Richie's still there. He might be lurking. There's a 158 coming out, look. That's possibly what we're waiting for. It's the ScotRail 158 as well, look. Oakville is the best American route. I can't tell if you're pulling my leg or not, Animal, with that comment. It's Canadian for a start. It's not even American. So you're definitely pulling my leg. You want 86235 in Creators Club? Good old Clown Point. I haven't seen that one. I'll look that up. I know you've already got the 47 that you want. So I'll have to look that one up. Peter, you wouldn't buy it if it was just bog courts. You can do nice ones with the 87 and the Pendo as you sold. See, that's the good thing, you see. Now, that's unusual, isn't it? You would buy the route based on what layers in rather than what comes with it. So that's interesting. It's quite interesting. Right, so we're back at the airport. We'll get the doors open. Nobody wants to get on. So that's that one. Right, we'll do the 150 as requested by Welsh. So let's go to the timetable. Again, I've not run the 150 yet or the 153 on this route. So we will quite happily do the 150 because I don't mind the 150. Let's have a look. Wilmslow to Piccadilly via Stockport. What else have we got? Piccadilly to the airport. We won't go to the airport because we've done a couple of those now. That one's 20 minutes. Wilmslow to Piccadilly via Stockport. We'll do that. It's only 20 minutes. Let's do that. And then we'll jump in the class 40, go the other way, and that'll be us. And then I feel like we've had a pretty good look at it then. And it's been good fun as well. Right. Doors unlocked. Let's do the necessary. Put it in forwards, lad. There we go. Right. Instrument lights on. Marker lights on. Tail lights off. Windows open. What else do we need to do? We need to do the safety systems. Are they over here? I think they're over here. One of them is. Let's just cancel that. Yeah, I know the seat's down. I want to sit in the thing. There. Right. Vigilance. Where's the vigilance? There it is. Right. Yeah, that's weird. You've got to really find the spot to actually sit down there. Let's lock the doors. Let's go outside. You'd think you're in Wales. Look at this. Right, let's give it some thrash. Stockport first stop. So we're looking for the ballast again. No, I'm going to do the 40, Great Western. There was some requests for a 40, so I'm just going to run the 40. Oh, between ATS and Just Trains, who's going to be the gold standard? Ooh. Well, I think it's a very good question. We talked about that. I think last week we were talking about potential for that. I think as a first effort, as we were just saying, this is actually a very good route. I think ATS will put in as much work as Just Trains do or have done. So I don't know. I mean, I always look forward to the Just Train stuff. I would probably say I would be looking forward to the next thing that ATS do as well. I hope they announce something quite soon. It sounded like on the stream last night they had some Loco DLC in the works. I don't know what that is, but that might not be far behind this. But I do like the stuff that JT do. It's still JT for me at the moment, but I think ATS definitely have the potential to come close to it. $62, Mike, how you doing? Give it a proper thrashing. He's There you go. Is that enough? Deb says Just Trains. Yeah. Well, I mean, Just Trains have got a couple of routes out, haven't they, so far? So they've got a bit more out there. The 86 is coming as well. Yes, we could have done the 66 because the 66 does come with the route. But there's probably not one single player of TSW that hasn't run the 66, so we'll do the 40. Being as the 40 was requested, we might even do it like local. Doesn't have to be anything special, but we'll just, as Bourne said, we'll thrash it. Get clag factor 10. And we'll give it the beans. Yeah, mind the neutral sections, yeah. We don't have to worry about that with this one either. What speed am I doing? Oh yeah, 76. I forgot about that. I was enjoying myself. Maximum speed 75. There we go. We are downhill. I'll blame the hill. R62 Mike lives in Preston. Excellent. Excellent. I can recommend it. What normally appears on this screen, by the way? Anybody know? I'm not familiar with it. Bagwetti, thank you for the sub. Great username, by the way. Yeah, if they had a go at me for doing 76, they'd be killjoys, wouldn't they? That extra 1 mile per hour could make all the difference. Need to be down to 40 before Stockport. It's the DASS driver advisory system, gives advice about the route, speeds, course, accelerate. Oh, that's good. I hope we get things like that eventually. That'll be for when they resell everybody the expert version of each unit. All these screens will suddenly be working, won't they? Right, we have got a cheeky red outside Stockport, so there's the Virgin Pendo again. Haunting us tonight. Haunting us. Gets everywhere. I don't actually know if it's the same. It's actually the same trainer. I didn't check the numbers, but oh no, I know I've been streaming too long when the biscuits subject comes up. Favourite biscuit? I don't know if I like a Garibaldi, I must admit. Good evening, Stacey. The other Stacey, we've got two Stacys. Do you think TSW6 will have the 91 LNER? I guess the first thing is we don't know about TSW6 yet, do we? However, I think a 91 will be welcome by a lot of people. Especially GE Dave. He'd love a 91. Is it the Manchester equivalent of the 714? Yeah, it is. I never thought of that. Yeah, it's everywhere. It might be at Coinfifth next time we go through Coinfifth as well. Oh, Pete's up to number 4. Look out. He'll want to at least get into the top 3. How'd you get XP? Oh, it's crazy. You can, at the top of the chat, you can click on that top fans button. You can see where you are in the list. Animal and Bournes and Stace have been working this out over the last few weeks, and usually if I schedule a stream, they're in from about 6 AM on the day of the stream, just so they can, it's like waiting for tickets to a gig. They go and queue up overnight with the tent so they can be first in the queue. But I still haven't worked it out. Oh, fig rolls, yeah. Yeah, fig rolls. I could go for that. You'll accept a 91 but prefer a 90. Yes. Either of those two. Got check on you're in dead last. You know, you've been chatting for ages. 0 XP, that can't be right. That can't be right. At least you have fans. I didn't name it that, by the way. That's YouTube. It's setting your alarm for 4 AM on stream days. Now you see, just what we were saying before, look, the scrolling is working on the 150. It's working perfectly fine there. It's just on the 350. And we're at Stockport again. Everyone's just like looking this way. I don't know what they're looking at. What is it? What is it? Tell me. Nope, not saying too much. Right, let's lock the doors then. Maybe there's something about Stockport that I don't realise. Right, off we go. Let's remember not to speed across the viaduct this time. Got a 25 limit. Good evening, Joe. How are you? Nice to see you. Kippers, good evening. Now you all know where the pyramid is. You can look at it every time you come across. Weltering, yeah. I was saying earlier it's a bit cooler up here tonight. Still a bit muggy though. Right, let's go for it. Let's see if we got the Heaton Chapel famous ballast on this run. Has she been banned again? You can't take her anywhere, can you? Right, the ballast is there. I can see the ballast already, look. There it is. Please change here for ballast mounting. Yeah, everyone get out and shovel. Oh dear. Here we go. Take a deep breath. We got the smaller versions on that side, and we got the absolutely massive ballast mounting. Oh my god. Oh, smack. I think those ones are a homage to the Stockport Pyramid. They're exactly like the pyramid. That's so good fun. Yeah, screenshot it. I might just rewind it later and do that. Right, we're at 75. Next stop is Piccadilly. What was that? Said wings and things. That's about the third or fourth time we've been through that tonight. We thought maybe it was a one-off, but it's actually in existence. Maybe, we thought maybe it was the heat. It was some kind of mirage or something. But nope, it's really there. But Jason was saying that's going to get patched out later. So that will disappear. So enjoy it while it lasts. It's a feature. No claims bonus, yeah. Oh, very good, Jason. Yeah, everyone's going ballistic. There's a 323 off to the airport. Right, down for the 65, then the 40. You could have seen that joke coming, yeah. It's been a long stream. Everyone's tired. 2.5 hours nearly we've been going. It's worth being here though, just to see the ballast mounted. Right, the approach to Piccadilly one last time. Yeah, I don't understand that XP thing, Scotch Eggo. You have been around a while. Peter's back as well. Look. Oh, Peter's lost his spot. Look, he's not ranked anything at the moment. Just a little bit choppy again in places around this part. Platform 8 this time is ours. And I hate to say it, but the Virgin Pendo is back again. He's there again. It's got to be a different one. There's no way he could have got back there in time. We would have seen him. Where's the old Tintin gone where there used to be Spads left, right and centre? You didn't watch Saturday's stream, did you? There's a tip. There was one on Saturday. You saw a bit of it, didn't you? But you missed. I think you missed the main event when you were there at the West Somerset. You missed the main event. Animal saw it, but he ignored it. City of Birmingham's there again. Look. It is stalking me. You're right. Yeah, Stace watched it. I know Stace did, because she enjoyed the Colchester visit, particularly. Colchester was her type of thing. It's funny, right, because when we passed this in the other service, City of London was on the back. and City of Birmingham was on the front, and it's flipped on this, which is quite interesting. No, I don't want to unlock the right doors. That won't do us any good. I want to unlock the left doors. The right ones definitely need to be locked, or else we got trouble. Owens was in the pub. I wonder where you went. Is it better than the Cardiff route for playability? I would say yes to that. I'm just trying to lock the doors again. I would say yes to that. There seems to be a bit more to this one. However, you'll need the Cardiff route for the 150 and the 153 anyway. So yeah, I would say it's better. Right, we're gonna take out the 40 by special request. So let me set this up. We want to go on foot at Piccadilly. I'm going to change the weather. I don't want the dynamic weather. I'll have the custom weather. We'll just go August, 10 o'clock. Good evening, Eric. How are you doing? Cheadlehume to Kidsgrove add-on will be great, and your home station will be represented. That's good. That's good. Right. Okay. We're going to go up here, and we're going to spawn a train in. Once I get up here, the Pendo's not here. That's a good sign. Right. We'll go all the way up to the spawn a new train. Class 40 blue. So we can have a 40 with Mark II coaches. What do you reckon? 9 coaches. Let's just do that. Why is it complaining about that? We've not got enough platform. Don't tell me that. We've got enough platform there. Shall we do it there? There you go. A Whistler. Let's do that. Right, we'll get it set up. There we go. We'll do this. All right then. Let's get biggest clag. No, I don't want to do that. No, I want to do that. Right. Where's the hood gone now? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Schedules. Oh, it's because I've not done the schedule. I need the map, don't I? That's the first thing I need to do. I don't do this that often. That's why I forget. Set path. Set the destination. So let's go all the way down. All the way down here to Alderley Edge, and we will stop right there, I would say. Confirm that. There's my hang on, where's that going? That's not coming in here, is it? No, we're good. Right, have we got the doors closed? We have. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, we got the great first class there with your own compartment. Brilliant. I love them. We're just waiting for the signal, then we'll thrash away. We need the windows open. Best set the thing up. That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? Put it in forwards. We'll have that there. All the lights are up here, aren't they? So tail lights are off. Instrument light on. We'll have a bit of that, a bit of that, and a bit of that. And let's get rid of that so I can do that. Put that back up. Right, I think we're all good. Right, we got the green. Shall we go outside for this? Get the brakes off. Here we go. Maximum pollution. Good evening, Peter. How are you? You've come in for your 300 XP. The other Peter's called for the nurse. It's too much for him. Oh, God. There's some 66 action going on the right-hand side, look. The original British national anthem. I'm speeding slightly, but I'm not worried. We're soon going to thrash it. There we go. Now, don't say I don't aim to please. Let's go. New underpants. Oh, God. Right, I have to stay at the 30 now. Just for now. Macam Cabby, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, Scooby, I'm on PC tonight. Yeah, PC. I'm using the controller if you're wondering why you can see different prompts coming up. But yeah. Right, let's do this again. Hellfire. Now, don't say I don't spoil you. The thing is, right, that we've done all those different services tonight, and you're going to tell me that this is your favourite. So, even if you do, at least we're finishing them with your favourite, so that's fine. But there's just an example with any route. This is what you can do with any route. So, make sure you use it. It's good functionality, and it's not been there the whole time in TSW. It's a fairly recent thing, this. For the amount of years it's, you know, TSW's been a thing. But it's great that you can, if you own the DLC, that is. I'm on full Seb. Look, I'm on full throttle. We'll go back inside for a little bit. Unfortunately, we got a 45 coming up. So we'll have to lose a little bit of speed here. Nothing beats a 52. Well, we could have done the 52. We did a special request 52 the other week though, didn't we? I guess. Right, it's taking us this way around, down the Styal Line. So we won't get to go through the ballast again. But that's fine, because this is another different way to show you. We've covered every bit of the route so far. But it's nice to do this stretch in one go, so get up to 75 any second. Do the 52 now. You missed the 52. Go back on the feed. We thrashed the other week on a live. We thrashed the 52 all the way from Preston to Carlisle. All the way up the West Coast main line there. So go and have a watch of that. Stephen, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. The 40s couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. It's nice though, isn't it? It's nice. That's true, Stace, that is true. You've got to thrash one of these. Right, we're going to have to brake a little bit, unfortunately. There's a red just after this next station, so we'll go easy. Sounds like an angry 37. It's very similar, isn't it? There we go. Back to a yellow. Does it sound better than a Deltic though? You have to ask Peter that if he's still managing to watch it. David Scott Explorers, another David, welcome. New to the channel, love your streams, you're awesome dude, thank you very much, you're awesome as well. Thank you very much for that. I'm glad you enjoy. You leave him alone, Stace. You don't say anything. Max speed of the 40. Don't know if it says it here. Yeah, I don't know. I found, and there is no. Doesn't say anywhere either. Eric, you're downloading it now. Excellent, excellent. Good man. Peter's done for the day. He's melted in his chair. He probably has. He can't hear you because he's got his soundbar all the way up to listen to the engine. That's a single yellow again. Look at these aeroplanes coming in. Oh, it's 90. 90. There you go. I think we could all appreciate a classic loco to finish anyway. Been a good stream. Oh, the brakes fail. Oh, God. We can have a good stream without a spad or, you know, overshoot. I'm not sure, actually, Seb, if he's still around. I don't know, them brakes are alright, you know. A spatter and overshoot makes a great stream. I don't know, I'd prefer not to. Personally. We were just talking about you then, Peter. Graham suggested you might have melted in your chair watching this. Oh, it's the loco brakes that's terrible. Is that what you said? I must have misread it. We're in Oxenham now. Thanks for coming in, Seb. See you on the next one. Right, we've got 4.7. Full throttle. Peter's recovered from the last time. Yeah, you had to go outside. You had to take a break. Don't use the inside camera to enjoy the clanker. We'll do a bit of both, shall we? Actually, I'm enjoying this run better than I thought I would. Good suggestion. Whoever it was, good suggestion. I'm just kidding. You know, I like a good diesel. I'm in danger, actually, of playing these old diesels a bit too much, probably, on stream. At the expense of everything else, but I do find them a bit more enjoyable. Right, we have to be down to 50, so let's go. Because this is us coming off the Styal Line. Enjoying it a little too much? Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. We've been going nearly 3 hours. Yeah, that is true actually, Scotch Ego, yeah. Right, we've got 1.3 miles, I'll give you one last listen to the engine. You ready? I think they would appreciate you saying that, Dave, about the viaduct brickwork. That's the type of thing a lot of people will probably miss, actually. Right, let's prepare for the stop. Yeah, thrash it more. He wants me to go through a station. Straight through it. Into no man's land, because that's the end of the route, actually. So. £400 to go. I see a green light at the end of the platform. I might be a lot of things, but I haven't gone colourblind since I started this stream. Oh no, it's not the Virgin Pendor, is it? Oh my word, look, there he goes. He had to do it one last time, didn't he? He just had to do it. Come on, let's go forward a little bit. Don't stop there. That'll do us. $86 lights, thank you very much. Oh, it's not going to let me open the doors there, is it? Oh no, it has done. Well, I'm going to close them though, because it wants me to go all the way to the stop marker. So there you go, you get a bit extra. Bit extra clag. I forgot on these ones you run yourself, you've got to be on the money. We'll open the doors. Why not? We'll just pretend. So there you go. That is the end of tonight's stream to look at the Manchester Airport Commuter. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a blast. It's been just under 3 hours. I've enjoyed every minute. I hope for some of you it's convinced you to go and pick the route up. If not, hope you've enjoyed the stream anyway. Everyone's booing. I hope you're booing in a good way. Oh, where did she just go? Did you see that? She went between the loco and the coach. That was weird. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to shut the doors. Yeah, thank you for coming in. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. We want more. We want more, he says. I might be back this week with something. But yeah, have a good rest of your evening. Thank you everybody for coming in and the chat and the likes. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys. Bye for now.